Not the end we were hoping for, especially with how things started. Kudus Mohammed left dejected after what was a good night for him. Welcome back to the channel. Look, man, not the results we would have wanted for Tottenham Hotspur, but Kudus got the introduction to what many Spurs fans have been experiencing for so many years. 17 years without a trophy. They got their first trophy, and they're cool, on the verge of getting a consecutive trophy. Where do you think it went wrong here?
Well, I mean, before I even go into what went wrong, the irony is that we would have not cared any much.
Everyone was expecting PSG to win.
Yeah. But then the fact that there is Mohammed Kudus over there is so much interest. And I mean, he had a very good game.
Yeah,
but then to what really went wrong for Tottenham Hotspurs, I felt some of the changes at the end of the game weren't really the best from Thomas Frank. That is what happens when you're playing some of the bigger clubs in Europe. They are the European champions.
Yeah, for a reason.
Dominated the FIFA Club World Cup. And even until losing to
Chelsea
in the finals to Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup, they had beaten almost every single English club that they have come across. And so it wasn't going to come easy. I felt in this game in particular, the one thing that was working for Tottenham Hotspur was the fact that they had been together for almost close to a month. Let's not forget that Paris Saint-Germain were just returning to pre-season some few days ago. Yeah, they looked a little bit rusty. They were not really the Paris Saint-Germain we saw most of the year, and so Tottenham should have taken advantage of that. In fact, they did by scoring two goals, but unfortunately they collapsed. Yeah, they collapsed at the 11th hour, which you don't have to do when you are playing against bigger clubs and you are playing in competitions like this. And so for me, I think that is where it went wrong. And for Thomas Frank, he will be learning as quick as possible because he's going to be playing in the UEFA Champions League. There will be other bigger clubs that you'll be facing. You'll be playing the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. And already we saw what happened in that game between Tottenham and Bayern Munich. And so there is a lot that he still has to work on. I think he's got a very fine array of talent at his disposal. If you have the likes of Mohammed Kudus, Richarlison, as well as Dominic Solanke. Yes, they might not be the very, very best in the world, but then there are some very fine talents that if you work hard on them, you can get the best out of them. And so he's got a good squad, but then I think tactically they lost it. It was a game of two. In fact, it all came down to tactics because you look at the changes of Luis Enrique on the other hand, Goncalo Ramos, and then Lee Kang-in. These were the players who came
to change the game, and they scored the goals.
And so it tells you that that is how experienced coach. It was a game of an experienced coach and then an inexperienced one, and the experienced one won it.
In the end. Let me tell you the truth. Most people were really interested in this game because of Kudus Mohammed narrative. Most people also knew that Paris Saint-Germain would blow Tottenham Hotspur away, but it was the hope of a 2-0 lead. The hope that 2-0 lead gave the fans that really makes it hurt even more right now because we are not saying PSG is a lesser team to Tottenham Hotspur. We all knew that PSG would blow them away, but the manner in which it happened is what makes it extra painful.
The interesting bit about PSG's tactics that a lot of people have also not paid attention to is the fact that the absence of João Neves really affected
for
them.
That suspension he got here.
Luis Enrique had to force Desiree Doué to play in that 4-3-3 system in the middle, and we all know Doué is much more effective on the flanks, and so with Doué coming in the middle, it didn't allow Vitinha to be able to express himself the way he usually does, and that really affected their play for most of the game. But then when we saw some of the changes happen, that happened at the end of the game, and it really affected them because now you have players that are more direct and not a lot more technical, and so that was how come Paris Saint-Germain had to come back from that slow start and then win the game.
So a game of tactical substitutions. That's one got over the other. And commiserations to Tottenham Hotspur fans. Most of them will be used to such feelings, but for Kudus Mohammed and the Ghanaian contingent, we are quite gutted by this?
I think he had a very, very good
Game, yeah.
especially in the first half. I mean, his battle against Nuno Mendes. I mean, it was
He won that battle, in my opinion.
It was the most anticipated battle.
He won
and
it.
he actually won it.
He did his part for 78 minutes.
Exactly.
So
he won the free kick that led to that.
you
first
cannot
goal.
put this loss on him.
He nearly scored in the first
Yeah.
half. He had a header that hit the post, and then he even set up a ball for Richarlison. But for the
It's painful.
cleverness of Chavalier, it would have been a goal. So I mean, I enjoyed the performance of Mohammed Kudus.
Yeah,
that
he
was
did, he
really
did.
my focal point on today's game.
He did amazingly well. You cannot fault his contributions. He did his part, was substituted in the 78th minute, and they say the rest is history. The team could not hold on, and PSG came back stronger and better. Chelsea posted something about being the team that beat PSG a month ago. A dig at their fellow London rivals. It's a Chelsea thing, basically.
I mean, they rule London. Chelsea, obviously, for now, Chelsea
are the
looks
best
like the
team.
biggest club in
London right now, yeah. Free Ebanye. Yeah, so last weekend he scored a goal. The week before that he scored a goal. Today he played, didn't do so well. One shot on target, 86 minutes played. What do you think of him so far?
Well, I mean, I'm extremely excited for him because I was very worried about his career, especially after almost 2 to 3 years at FC Zurich without really playing a lot and sitting on the bench in almost every single game. I was really, really worried. And when the news broke that he severed his contract with them, I felt, where is he going? And then, fortunately for him, he got that deal from FC Aroa. I'm happy with the way he's playing already. He scored in back-to-back games. In fact, before today's game, he was the man that was on their social media pages.
Yeah, the main man. Everyone was talking about him.
Exactly, and you could also see from the way he plays and expresses himself that good feeling vibe is
confidence.
back. Exactly, the confidence is beginning to come back. You wouldn't be getting 10 over 10 in every game, not even 8 over 10 in every game. But then, I mean, the consistency is what really matters. It's just the beginning of the season in Switzerland. He would have to continue the way he is going. Who knows? Maybe he might be the man that would lead them back to the league.
Let's see about that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments box on Kudus Mohammed and his team's performance. Many of you are faulting the coach. I've seen some comments. It's clear that it was a game in which both coaches one got his tactics right in terms of substitutions, the other did not get it right. Let us know your thoughts in the comments box. Lukman, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.